Okay, first of all, you know it's serious when I got the big book. I'm like, oh, we doing real ministry work. I got the suit on, like, let's talk about God. First of all, every story, journey, adventure, or heartbreak begins with God. God created us all, and that creation was love, was beauty, was kindness, was acceptance, was grace, was forgiveness, was chaos. And we love that because we embrace it all. And God's taught me a lot recently. So at one point, I thought I was dying. I hadn't had my meds for 8 months. I was very, very sick. And I thought it was the end. And I asked my brother Andrew to take me home. And he said he could not. Which hurt, but I forgave that. And then I was walking around one day and I was like, oh my God, who can I ask to take me home? And then I asked myself, who do I want to take me home? And before I even realized what I was saying, it flew out of my mouth. I was like, wait. And I was shocked that I said that. And I was like, wait a minute. Why didn't I just say Wayne's name? And I looked back on it. And I was like, oh. Because he's probably the most fantastic man you've ever met. And although, like, you think physically he's attractive, you like him. You love him for who he is. For who he will be. But you love him already for who he is. And when I say love, I don't mean lust. I've never told this guy, like, oh, stick it in the butt. Like, no. You're straight. Well, you are who you are. Please don't adhere to labels. You just are who you are. And I love you regardless of that. Because that's who I am. I love everybody. And maybe just a little bit more. Because I want to be like him. He's the greatest person I've ever seen. And I've never heard him say a bad thing about somebody other than to me. And I'm like, oh, whatever, forgiven. Like, he could punch me in the face and I'd be like, forgiven, you know, or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is I loved who I saw. It wasn't who I wanted him to be or who he thought he needed to be. It was exactly who he was. And he has these amazing blue eyes. Oh my God, they're amazing. And when I get stroke face when I talk about him. Not because I'm weird. I've had a lot of trauma, so I don't, and I'm autistic. Like, when they say on the spectrum, I'm the fucking spectrum. So I don't know how to handle, like, happiness. So when something makes me happy, I get very comfortable about it. So I'm like, I don't understand. I'm happy. Okay. Okay, it doesn't get any better. When he looks at me, time stops. And what I realized was, because of my past traumas and because of my autism, I don't process emotions like everyone does. And so when I say something, I say it by a definition, like an actual definition. And love is a bond between two people that you just can't deny. And it doesn't have to be about sex. First of all, I don't want to have sex with anybody. I'm sick. And I don't want to catch that. There's ways to prevent that, but right now I don't even want to take that risk with somebody. But I realized, like, he is the most fascinating person I've met. I want to know all about him. And if I was going to die trying to get home, I knew I could trust him to be there at the end. Because he's a good man. He's a great man. And we love, we accept, we forgive. So I love who he is, and I accept that I don't know what the future holds. And I forgive him for the mean things he said, because he still saved my life. There were days I would go into work and I was so upset with my ex that I'd be furious. There was a period of time where I just wanted to die. And he would come into work and I'd be in one of these, like, spirals, and he would look at me and I would be calm. and everything would be okay. And I looked forward to every shift I worked with him because I've never had... I've had best friends who are guys who are gay, and I've had straight friends. I've never had a straight male best friend, and actually, I've never really had a guy best friend. I've had really great male friends, but I've never had a guy best friend, period. So I just didn't know what to say other than I love you, and I accept everything about you now. I don't want to change you, I want to see you grow. I want you to be who you are and do what makes you happy. And yeah, if it were for me, I'd be like, love me forever, bitch. But somebody can love you forever. It doesn't have to be sexual. And if you ask me what I really wanted for the world, or, you know, for my... Well, if you ask me what I wanted most for the world, it'd be like, I want everyone to be happy. But, like, for myself, if it was for me, I'd be like, oh, well, not one forever. But if, like, I had to make an actual wish, it'd be like, I want Lane to be happy, you know? Like, whatever makes him happy, be happy. Because you gave me a reason to continue to live. And so I have this great idea, and I'm going to get it done. And people are always like, oh, Ash, whatever. And I'm like, I don't need your approval. I'm a badass bitch, okay? The Holy Bible, badass bitch edition. But the point is, like, I know when he looks at me, he's looking out for me. And I know he watches these videos because everybody loves me. Like, they all fall in love with me at some point. They're like, oh, okay, I love you. And I'm like, I know, that's who I am. And I love everyone. Because he's perfect. He's perfect in my eyes. And what I was trying to tell him was, like, I don't care if you have a girlfriend. I've hooked up with girls before. It is what it is. I don't discuss what I do with women, because I'm not going to embarrass any girls like that. That's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. But the thing is, like, I don't know if I would... There's women out there that I think are fine. I think are gorgeous. I'm like, wow. If I was going to. I don't care about that thing. Like, if he has a girlfriend and she makes him happy, then I'm happy for them. And if she doesn't make him happy, please get rid of her. And if he doesn't make her happy, then she should get rid of him. That's just how that works, you know? If you're not happy, go be happy. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be happy. And if they're happy together, like, I don't have a wife, but I will totally spoil that bitch with, like, jewels and diamonds. I'm like, girl, I love women. I love to be seen with beautiful women, so let's deck you out, honey. Let's deck them out, too. But the point is, I want to come home to the same people every night. I want to go explore the world, but when I come home, I want a family there. And because of my condition, because I'm gay, I don't have a family. And Lane is a little too old to be my son, but he could easily be my brother. But we're not going to go there because I respect boundaries. The point is, fuck you for doing that. I really, you don't understand. If I wasn't a Christian woman, I'd probably punch this guy, but I'm like, no, you're forgiven. Even though I look retarded. Okay, so anyways, by the way, I don't have, like, black teeth. It's the fucking shadow of the lightning, bitches. Like, my teeth are all the same. It's just the shadow of light. Anyways, yeah, like, he's my best friend. Whether he knows it or not, he was my best friend. He did for me what nobody has ever done. And that's, like, calm me down without saying words. I'm like, okay, I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm no longer autistic. No, just kidding. I'm going to be autistic. But, part of my plan is I'm going home and I'm buying a house. And it's got a main house and a guest house, and I'm like, you know what? I know what I want to do with this. I'm going to rebuild this house, and I know that once people see I got there, they're going to have faith in me, and they're going to come, and they're going to join me, and they're going to be like, I don't know what it is about you, but I believe in you. And I'm like, I know. And they're going to help me build this home, and I'm going to build an empire, and I'm going to share it with Lane, even if he doesn't want to be with me. I can leave it to trust or whatever, or if he realizes, like, wow, bro, you really love me. And I'm like, yeah, I never said, like, you know, let's get naked. I would, but I'm a Christian. I don't say those things out loud. But, yeah, I love him. And I just want to see him happy. And so if he has kids, I'll make sure they're taken care of. I raised 3 kids. They made it past 18. They're doing better than me, and I'm a minister.